Hey future CPAs, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kayla Brown and I'm a CPA in the state of North Carolina. In today's video, I'll be talking to you about whether or not a MAC degree is worth it. After you get your undergrad in accounting, you might hear someone mention, hey, you should think about getting your MAC, which isn't as popular as MBA, but it's still something that people ask is, are you going to get your MAC? And to be quite honest with you, it really just depends what your career goals is. Not even what your career goals is. It's really a matter of whether you want to do it or not. Because while in this video I'll talk to you about some of the pros and the benefits that I got from attending a MAC program. Number one, connections. Not only from my classmates and my professors, but also from companies. So the MAC program that I attended was North Carolina State MAC program. It's only a year long, full time. And I'll also have options to do it part time and online. And I'll put a link in my bio, not in my bio, in the video, so you guys can know more about the NC State MAC program. But to get back to the video, when you start out, you're with about, I think it was about 130 of us. And we came in together, we ended together, and you become so close to your classmates because as far as the NC State program is, and I feel like a lot of the MAC programs is like this, it's very discussion based, and so it's a lot of group work. And so you're having group presentations pretty much every week. In my case, we had a group presentation for whatever one of our classes that we had. And you become really close to each other because you really have no choice. These group presentations sometimes were spurred upon the moment. So we would have class one day, and then our professor would tell us, hey, the next class you have a presentation. You're just getting assigned your group members, and you have to present on this subject pertaining to the class. Sometimes you get longer, of course, but sometimes that was how it was for us. And so you really were able to grow a bond with your classmates, was able to really build genuine friendships, not just, oh, we are in this MAC program together, let's get through it. No, like we actually built friendships, and I still follow a lot of them today. LinkedIn, still text some of them here and there, because you all are going through the same experience together. And to make it even more interesting, I went through this, like the tail end was COVID, so we didn't get a proper graduation, but needless to say, we were all really close during that time. And also you grow close with your professors because, like I told you, since it is a lot of group work and it's pretty difficult and pretty challenging, you'll have a lot of questions. I would have a lot of questions on whether that was preparing for an exam, preparing for a presentation. So I'd be emailing my professors back and forth for help, or I guess asking questions on different topics, and whether that was in person in office hours or through email. And so you really build those connections with your professors that way too. And so, like I said, you guys just become really, really close, whether that's your classmates and your professors, but you also do too get the opportunity to connect with employers as well. In the case of my MAC program, I think we had like a 99% or 100% rate where everyone came out the MAC program had a full-time offer, had a job lined up after the MAC program. And that is really the goal for at least my MAC program that I attended. They really had an emphasis on making sure that we all had a job lined up. And so not only have you learned and gained a wealth of knowledge, but you also do have that job security waiting for you at the end, which, as we all know, that is something that is very important. So again, that's something that the MAC program was beneficial, was just the connections, both in the classroom and also outside of the classroom as well. The next point is, when trying to figure out what MAC program to attend, or even if you want to for that matter, really look at the structure of the MAC program. For instance, NC State MAC program was, I think it was I would say probably twofold, in the sense of they want to prepare you for the CPA exam, and so you can structure your classes that align with how you want to take your CPA exams. For example, in the fall semester of the MAC program, I took a IT class, information systems class, and I took some other classes that was more aligned with BEC. So after I took those courses in the fall, I was able to pretty much have the knowledge, some of the knowledge already, to kind of help me prepare for that exam. Took it after I got back from winter break, and fortunately enough, I passed. And then that next semester, it was audit focused and advanced financial focused, so audit and FAR. And so then that way it's structured to have you take audit and FAR after the graduation. And so they really give you the ability to kind of structure it as if you were helping you take the CPA exams at the same time, which is again something that they stress knowing that you're in the MAC program, which is ultimately help you pass those CPA exams. The next point I want to make note of is that it is very difficult. It's going to be a challenge. It's very condensed. So to get this master's, it's 1 year long. So as you can imagine, we're fitting a lot of content within 2 semesters. So from a research perspective, like I had a class that was more research focused my first semester, and then my second semester I had an advanced financial class which went over business combinations, consolidations. It was very, very accounting intense where we did a lot of journal entries and all that kind of stuff. And so you will be challenged to continue to grow your accounting acumen and your business knowledge overall, which I think is another, for me personally, was a benefit that I enjoyed, was the challenge of continuing to grow and not feeling like any complacency, but instead really forcing me to build upon the fundamentals that I learned in undergrad, and continue to expand upon them in my master's program. And the final point, which I believe is the most important point that I'm going to bring up, is making sure that you are mindful of the financial aspects of a MAC program. So for me, I was fortunate enough to get a basketball scholarship for undergrad. Thus, I didn't come out of undergrad with any debt. However, my MAC program, after scholarships and taking all that into consideration, I still came out with about $20,000 in loans, which some might say, oh, that's not a lot, but to me that was. That's for another story. But I would really take into consideration how much money is it going to cost you to get this degree. So making sure that you're applying for as many scholarships as you can. Are you planning to go in-state or out-of-state? Me personally, if I was to tell you what you should do, I would tell you to find a MAC program if possible in-state. You get the in-state tuition. You don't have to worry about the out-of-state tuition costs, because as we know, college is already expensive as it is. So if there's a way that you can kind of bring those expenses down, is to focus on the school being in-state, and also whether it's a public or private institution. That can also add cost to it as well. So I think too, to kind of add to some of the benefits of a MAC program, is if you do get some scholarships, whether that's through NABA or AICPA, whatever organization that you're applying for scholarships through, even the university, I would really put that into my decision making, because at the end of the day, those are student loans that you're going to have to pay back. And while the MAC degree is important and it's a nice degree to have, I wouldn't put myself into a whole lot of debt to obtain this degree as well. To wrap up this video and tell you whether or not the MAC program or MAC degree is worth it, I would say again, it's up to whether or not that is something that you want to pursue, and if it's feasible for you. If not, that's not the end of the world. Again, the CPA exam is the CPA license is the most, I feel like, coveted 3 letters to have. And so if that's still your ultimate goal and you have the resources to study for those exams, by all means, you don't have to have a MAC degree, but it does offer some really great positives as well, really great benefits. So I would just weigh the pros and the cons before you do decide on making whatever decision you want to do. And it's going to be, I feel like whatever choice you make, you can't go wrong. Whether that's going to be studying for your CPA exams and starting your career, or going to get your MAC for 1 or 2 years, however long it takes. Or you can do it part-time, and that's also another option as well. But this video is a wrap. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope anybody looking or thinking to get their MAC degree, they just finished up undergrad. I know graduation's just passed, so for those who did graduate with a degree in accounting, congratulations. If you're looking to get your MAC degree and you haven't made the decision yet, I hope this video provides you with some clarity and some advice and some helpful insights into whether or not you should pursue a Mac degree. And good luck to those, to your journey ahead, and know that whatever option that you did choose is the best one for you, and to enjoy your process and your journey. So good luck, and I will see you guys in the next video.